Who's ready for an unboxing? This package arrived from Ukraine. I ordered an electric needle felting gun from the Dwarf Art Shop. Vladimir is the shop owner. So not only am I doing an unboxing, but I will turn this into a product review video. The packaging is pretty well buttoned up. The exterior bag is really protecting the box inside. Cool. It's enjoyable to get a box from the other side of the world and look at the difference in the text and the language. Oh, and I've got little cats looking at me over here. So I've got my felting machine instruction sheet. Little bag of tools, little bits and parts for the tool. This is really well packed. Lots of bubble wrap. Little felting needles. Great job packing. Ooh, all right. So there's my felting needle tool. There's my plug. So I've got a couple. So this end is going to plug into these wall plugs. Okay. And then this, let's see. Oh, I see. I have to read my instructions. So if this, oh, it's an adapter. I see. So this plugs in here. And then that will go into the wall here in the US. Okay. And then this goes into this. All right, so now I am going to get this set up. I'm going to read my instructions. And so at the beginning, when felting a new project, insert 1 to 3 needles and run at full engine speed. Select the optimal number of needles depending on the density of the project. All 5 needles can be supplied to level the surface of the finished product. For delicate work, use 1 needle and at lower engine speeds. It is normal for the motor to heat up during operation. Care of the device. The bearings require lubrication. Therefore, regularly lubricate the bearings with 1 to 2 drops of machine oil at intervals. Safety precautions. Do not allow water to enter the housing, motor, or power supply. Remember, rough handling of the felting machine in which the needles are inserted may result in injury. Tidy up long hair carefully before using to avoid getting caught in the rotating mechanism. I would not let the kids use this. During 20 to 30 minutes of continuous operation, the motor can heat up, so about 10 to 15 minutes, you need to let it cool down and you can work again. Okay, I figured that would probably be the case. During continuous operation, it is advisable to run at 70 to 75% of full speed so as not to overheat the motor. Okay. So to insert, you need to unscrew 3 screws as shown in the figure. To insert the needle, so it, let's see, unscrew 3 screws here. 1, 2, 3. So these 3 screws up here, I'll open up and insert needles. So I am going to play around with that part of this. And I just wanted to also share that this came up at a felting class that I had last weekend. One of my students brought it up and she remarked on the price because it is, what was it, $130? So it's over $100. It's an investment. It is a tool that I'm many years into this felting journey, and I'm just now investing in this because I view this as a piece of equipment, and at this point I know that I felt a lot, so that the repetitive nature of felting, since I do it as frequently as I do, makes an investment like this a lot of sense. So alternatively, without this shooting rapid fire and me just I can do it with my left hand and me just going like this to create density, I use a piece of pre-felt and undyed roving to create my base for my illustrations. So I've got my loop on the back, I've got a base that's thick and sturdy enough that it holds the illustration, and when it hangs on the wall, it's ready to go. So as you can imagine, building up the thickness of this base out of plain roving takes multiple layers. I go in this direction, I felt it. I go in this direction, I felt it. And I usually do 3 layers, sometimes 4. So that's a lot of repetition. And I use a multi-needle tool like this. So I'm felting quicker, but it's still, it's this. So I feel it up in my shoulder. Or if I'm working on the edges, I'm back to this. So, and I would much rather have my repetitive motion be when I'm working on the detail of my project, and not simply to prep the material that I put my project on top of. So, or if I'm putting down the background color, so that initial layer that creates the color base of my canvas, that also is a repetitive motion that with my style, it's pretty consistent in the way that I do that. So this is going to be a tremendous help for me, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait to unscrew this, put in some needles, and give it a try. So I will keep you posted, and let's see what happens next.